Okay, we're going to do the little walk up the steps to the upper Sherando Lake area, and we're hoping we make it up there.
If you don't believe us, watch me.
Okay, have to go up these little steps.
They need a bench here so I can rest, Jill.
Before
It's been a long, arduous hike so far.
Oh yeah, from the parking lot. Oh, well,
I haven't even got to the first step yet.
I know. Well, here we go. I hope it's a nice looking lake once we get up to the top.
It better be.
There's a flat spot here. I think we're halfway.
Right, where are the Sherpa guides?
I know. They need another bench here. Oh, he's almost to the top. We'll see what it is once we get there.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Well,
There's a lake and no bench.
wait, you have to go look at the lake more.
Oh,
Wake up.
I'll get up and look at it later. Wake me up when the lake moves.
Oh, it's a beautiful sight. I think they said this is just a swimming lake that you can't fish in here.
No,
No fishing
it's
lake.
the other way around.
Oh, it's the other way around. You can fish, but no swimming.
Right.
Well, we made it up the top of these steps. There's our van down there. That's the kind of look from the top here. It's very pretty again. Trees are just starting to bloom. Like I said, we chase spring all the way up the coast. Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm John.
And we're the geezers on the go.
Go, go, go!
This time we're at Sherando Lake Recreation Area in the Washington-Jefferson National Forest of Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains. The campground has 65 sites, about half with electrical hookups. 2 lakes, a swimming beach, a trout stream, and lots of hiking trails. Well, this is us. We're site number 11. We're at the Sherando Lake Campground in the George Washington Jefferson National Forest here near Lyndhurst, Virginia. It's a pretty good sized spot, and has just electric right near the bathroom, so that's very convenient. They have a water fill up as you come into the camping areas. It's pretty good, easy access, and also they have these other water spouts. You really can't attach a hose to it, but there's a couple of these around the campground. These 2 in each circle, so that if you needed extra water, you could fill up. As you can see here, there's lots of space behind us, so that if you had kids, you probably could have a game of catch or some frisbee playing. And it's a good size site. A little tough getting in, only because the road is a little narrow, but not too bad. And then there's little trails that go down to the creek. We're here in the River Bend Loop, and there's only 13 sites in this loop, and they all have electricity. There's only one other loop. Loop C also has electricity, and the Loop A has just primitive sites for tents. This is just one loop all the way around. You can sort of see us through the haze over there. They're all back ends. Not super long, but long enough to get your tow vehicle and trailer camper. They're all sort of like a hard-packed sand with a little bit of gravel. And some of them get back into the trees, and there's also a little creek around the back. Let's take a little ride around our loop here. This is Loop B of the Riverbend. Hi. Right across from our campsite, we just crossed a little road here, and on the other side is a trail that leads down a little creek, a little stream, river, whatever, that eventually I think goes into the main Sherando Lake. But it's very pretty, and in another week or so all the trees should be out. But there's the creek. I think they stocked some of these tributaries with trout, so a little bridge, you can cross the bridge and go for a hike. So just keep walking along here, along the creek, and you'll be on your way. This campground, I guess maybe because we're national forest and there's lots of woods and trees, but each campsite has a food storage bin, so that if you are soft-sided or have no place to keep your food, a tent, you can put your food in. What you do here, there's a little handle underneath here, and then you pull that open, and then you can open both sides and store all your food. So watch out for those bears. This is one of the cooler grills that we found at a campsite. Show us how it works.
I haven't seen one. It's got an arm that you can hang your pots on. You can adjust the height of it with this. And it's got a grill that swings over.
Yes, so you can
over there, make your coffee.
You could do a multiple of things with one. Usually it just has that big over grill, and this one has all those cool hooks. I like that.
Yeah, and somebody's left us some wood too.
Oh yeah. Woo! And this picnic area is kind of cool because if you're back here, lots of tables, lots of shade in the summertime, and a big fireplace in here. They have a good campfire, and I love these tables. Look like they were all hand cut.
This is the white oak section of the campground, also designated Loop A. It's primarily tent camping, although you do see some people come in with these little small campers, trailers, pop-ups. Some of the campsites you can get a small trailer into, but there's no electric, no water up here, so you're basically roughing it. There's a site you could probably pack a small trailer into, a teardrop, something like that. They do a good job of grooming their sites here.
If camp hosts, as soon as you leave, they're out there raking.
Raking rocks.
This is Loop C, called Meadow Loop. It's right next to us. This one has a couple extra sites. This one has 18. They're very pretty behind it. Lots of open areas, so if you have kids, a good place to play. And they also have the same bear boxes so that you can put your food in. So let's take a bike ride. Like our loop, it also has sites that back up to the mountain here in the creek. These seem to be a little bit shorter in length than the ones in our loop, but some of them are very nice. It also has its own bathhouse. Seems like not as many people here because I think they are shorter. Maybe cleaning up her site here. Camp host. Met her earlier, very nice lady. We're all the way to the end. And that's Loop C. So, John, you want to take a walk up those steps again?
You got to be kidding me. Now I know why they call it the Upper Lake.
Yeah. It was a nice lake, though, once we got up there.
Oh, it's a beautiful little lake, and it's a nice fishing lake. I mean, they got some really cool stuff around here. They got the Upper Lake.
It has a nice trail. You can walk all the way around it, too, if you wanted to.
Yeah, and then the Lower Lake's got a swim beach. They both got fish in them. They got trails. They got a cool little brook that runs between the two of them where people sit down in the middle of the
summertime at the
river
time.
in the summer.
It's kind of in the middle of nowhere here. You're in the right in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Which is usually where we wind up, is in the middle of nowhere.
But we're in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and there's a couple little towns that we visited. One was Lyndhurst, one was, I think, Waynesboro, and there was a really nice cheese place that we went to.
Yeah, you're big on them cheese joints.
I know, but we also visited Crabtree Falls, which is about like 20 miles away.
Didn't the Waltons used to talk about going there all the time on their old TV show?
Yeah, John.
If you're old enough to remember. Thank you very much, Jill Girl.
But it was famous for something else, right?
Well, it's a very beautiful place, but also it's kind of a dangerous, wicked place, and we'll show you why.
Yeah.
Usually the road to a campground is just a line on a map, a means to an end, but not so with the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's actually part of the attraction, with its history and exquisite mountain scenery. So make sure to enjoy at least a part of the Blue Ridge Parkway on your way to or from Sherando.
This is Sherando Lake, for what the campground is named for, and it is called the Jewel of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Where we're located, we're sort of almost at the end of the Blue Ridge Mountain Trail and into the Shenandoah River Valley in Virginia. It's a beautiful lake. It's a spring-fed lake, it said, about 25 acres, not real big, but has some decent fishing. We saw a guy had caught a couple of trout and some sunfish, and looks like somebody's getting ready to go back out again fishing. A cool old stone building, which is the bathhouse, and bathrooms and showers. I guess we could get ready to go into the lake if it was warmer. A little cool today, only in about the 50s. Beautiful lake, though. But at the back of the bathhouse is this really cool looking fireplace that I guess they could have some parties, but it says no skateboarding or bike riding or roller skating in here. Just a short walk, or in my case bike ride, down from where the little bathhouse is a little trail along the lake here, and there's lots of day use area with picnic tables. There's my bike I rode down on. And the lake comes out here. You can see the swimming beach. And at the end here, there's a little fishing pier if you want to try your luck. And then there's some trails that go up into the hills up here. So it could make for a nice day. There's several big parking areas right before you get into the campground. Not exactly sure what they're used for. There are some day use areas here where you can picnic along the creek here, but it just seems very excessively big. But maybe it gets very, very busy here in the warmer months. Right now it's the end of April, and it's kind of chilly today, but that could change. It was 80 degrees earlier in the week. This is kind of pretty because it goes down to a creek area. Let's go take a look. Well, this certainly would be a pretty sight to come down for a day and have a picnic lunch. And come if it's really hot, I suppose you could go down into the creek here and get wet. There's tables on that side. All the way down. Also found there's a little bike or walking trail along the back sides of these parking lots, I guess where the picnic tables are. But it leads right into the campground, and you can see our trailer from here. We're right there. And it's a gravelly thing, it's not too bad. And there you have it. I'm back. Well, I guess this could answer the question why there's that big parking lot there, is because behind this little building here is an amphitheater. And it's a couple of cool looking hand-painted murals on this wall. That's the regular lake, and that's the upper lake on top of that hill. And then I guess you come around here, and there's a cool amphitheater, I'm supposing, where they give talks, maybe in the summertime, or at least after Memorial Day. Pretty cool. And there's our friend Smokey the, not Smokey the Bear, but Smokey Bear. Well, there's no show today. Probably not till another month or so, but kind of cool. And I'll sit here in the front row and wait for something to start. I might be waiting for a while. There's a trail that goes along the lake here. We're going to give it a try, see how far we can go. Kind of narrow, so we'll have to be careful.
Very scared, Jill.
I know, it's very narrow. We're still going. It's kind of narrow through here, but if you fall down, you're right down into the lake. But we're trudging on. But the view is very wonderful. Well, we know what that thing is down there in the lake. It's a beaver lodge. I wonder if anybody's home. Well, this, look, we're around to the other side. We're about halfway coming on the other side of the lake. This at least looks a little flatter. And that,
It looks like a road, actually.
maybe like a fire road, but good.
Yeah, drive maintenance trucks back here.
At least now we can walk a little flatter.
For a time being, at least.
You'll have to see once we get around the corner up here. Well, we made it to the other end down that kind of flat path. And it comes down around here and up in the hills. And John made it. We both made it.
Well, we haven't made it yet. We got to get back up to the top of the
right,
dam.
still up to the top. At least we got a nice little place to rest.
But right now, I think I got a better than 20-80 chance of getting up there.
I think so too. I think we can do it. If not, you won't see any of the videos. Well, we're on the last little bit here. We came around instead of going straight up the side of the dam hill or whatever. We're going to do this last one. It'll come nice and flat out to the parking lot. And we've walked just about a mile. And we made it on my birthday. Well, we're headed to the falls. We'll see what we can see, if much of anything. Walk the trail. It took us long enough to get here, so better go look at them. Got a sign here warning us of something.
Oh yeah, that 23 people have died climbing on the rocks around these falls. Every week or so they got to come up and change the sign because another person falls off the rocks.
Uh-oh. Danger, Will Robinson. Right? Well, John, it appears we see something coming up.
Yeah, there's falls up there.
I said I don't want to drive all this way and see nothing. They better be pretty spectacular. What's pretty cool about looking at this waterfall is actually this little place that we're standing. It's all made out of rocks. So you don't walk on anything. I don't plan on it. But I think it was worth the drive. Oh, we've got a cool bridge going over the water that comes down off the falls up there. Near the falls, so let's take a walk over and see what's over here. This is called the Tide River over here. It's coming down all this road all the way down into this Crabtree Falls, and lots of rocks, the big rocks. Well, there it is.
Lest we be tempted to climb on some slippery rocks and become just another Crabtree statistic, it's time to pack up. We're glad you could make the trek with us, and, as always, we hope to see you down the road.